The most difficult part is still the combination welding, which is supported by poor dividends. In this video, we will share with our beginner friends how to properly operate the welding of the most commonly used combination components in the factory. First, let's look at this weld. It is a combination of multiple welds. The first one is the one on the left. The second one is the one on the right. And the flat weld position is actually composed of 3 welds. The first one on the left is flat, the middle one is an arc, and the right one is a straight line. If we want to do this job well, we will teach you a little trick. There is a rule: weld the vertical weld first, then the flat weld. This principle has a premise. We must pay attention to the joint. We cannot leave it in the groove on both sides. To avoid this, we need to use the welding order we just mentioned. Weld the vertical weld first, then the flat weld. In this way, there is no joint in the middle of the 5 welds of this component. Now let's look at the first one. This combination is not like a normal one. 4-edge welding. There's no obstruction except for a point of obstruction starting from the bottom. Here's the challenge. If you use the normal 90-degree upward or downward angle, and then lift the torch upwards, you'll find that you can't weld the root to the bottom centimeter. So, what do we need to do? We need to angle the welding torch downwards at 90 degrees. You'll find that the molten metal drips quite badly. Here's a little trick. When using the triangular welding torch, the dwell time for the 3 welding points, 1, 2, 3, must be varied appropriately. In a normal triangle welding, the dwell time for points 1, 2, and 3 is the same for all 3 points, or slightly longer in the middle. However, when welding at a 90-degree downward angle, the dwell time at the bottom arc should be longer in the middle and shorter on both sides. Also, the red line between points 2 and 3 should be adjusted with a slight variation in speed. For example, 3. We need to move the molten iron along this straight line in the middle faster. This will prevent the molten iron from sag due to the downward angle. Choosing the right technique is only the first step. The key point is the second step, the current and voltage. When welding the vertical weld, the current is generally around 160. If a beginner sets it too high, you'll find that the molten iron forms a scattered shape, making it difficult to control the bulk. Next, let's adjust the current to 160 and the voltage to 1718. Let's try the high definition mode and the triangle digging technique. When we swing left and right, we must pay attention. Slow at the top, slow on the left, and fast in the middle. 23. Okay, let's look at our angles. The vertical angle is 90 degrees. Press down a little. Then slowly turn it to 90 degrees and lift up a little. The horizontal angle is set to the center of the weld. We've already finished welding the first weld. We'll use the same method to finish the right side weld. Let's look at my operation process. Okay, now that we've finished welding both sides, next we'll weld the lower, flat corner. To easily bend it in one go, the change in our torch movement is crucial. I start from a low 45-degree angle, tilt back a little, and push forward. Push, push, push. When we reach the corner, I need to twist the angle here, and then push forward again, making an arc. After reaching the rounded corner, after the hook, tilt it to the right a little, and then push forward again, always maintaining a consistent welding point angle. Let's look at the details of the torch movement. After welding the first section, we'll proceed with 2 or 3 passes. We'll use the same technique to perform multiple passes. 6. From 21 to welding. Let's take a look at the final welded anti-corrosion vehicle model. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe for the next video. We'll continue to share welding tips with you.